Assalamu alaikum, brave students of Asas National Schools. How are you? This is another blessed day with another video. So it's another online lecture of geography. So I welcome you all. I want you all to have your books open and have highlighters or pens in order to note down the points. So as we are studying about the human impacts on the environment, and we talked about different factors like deforestation, overpopulation, and then we are talking about pollution, and where there are three types of pollution like air pollution, land pollution, and water pollution. We already have talked about air pollution in the previous video, so in today's video we're going to talk about what is water pollution, because these all factors are created by humans, and these factors are affecting our environment at great extent. So let's talk about it. So first of all, we are going to talk about what is water pollution and source of water pollution, and causes of water pollution to our environment. So here is what is water pollution. So it occurs when unwanted materials enter into the water, changes the quality of water, and harmful to environment and human health. You guys witness, like in all over the world, there are many countries, there are many impoverished areas where people die every day because of the dirty water, because they drink dirty water and they die because of the diseases and because of the parasites in it. So we need to control these things all in order to have a good life on this planet Earth. So I was talking about water pollution. Water is an important natural resource used for drinking and other developmental purposes in our lives. Safe drinking water is necessary for human health all over the world. Being a universal solvent, water is a major source of infection. According to the World Health Organization, 80% diseases are waterborne. Drinking water in various countries does not meet WHO standards, mean World Health Organization standards. Only 3.1% deaths occur due to unhygienic and poor quality of water. Discharge of domestic and industrial effluent waste, leakage from water tanks, marine dumping, radioactive waste, and atmospheric deposition are major causes of water pollution. Heavy metals that disposed of and industrial waste can accumulate in lakes and rivers, proving harmful to humans and animals. Toxins in industrial waste are the major cause of immune suppression, reproductive failure, and acute poisoning. Infectious diseases like cholera, typhoid fever, and other diseases like diarrhea, vomiting, skin and kidney problem are spreading through polluted water. Human health is affected by the direct damage of plants and animal nutrition. Water pollutants are killing seaweeds, marine birds, fish, and other sea organisms that serve as food for humans. So girls and guys, we need to take these things seriously, and we need to keep our surroundings safe. And there are major sources of water pollution, which are domestic sewage, industrialization, population growth, pesticides and fertilizers, plastics and polythene bags, urbanization, and weak management system. So here is the thing. It is reported that 75 to 80% water pollution is caused by the domestic sewage. Waste from the industries like sugar, textile, electroplating, pesticides, pulp, and paper are polluting the water. Polluted rivers have intolerable smell and contains less flora and fauna. and 80% of the world's population is facing threats to water security. Large amount of domestic sewage is drained into the river, and most of the sewage is untreated. Domestic sewage contains toxicants, solid waste, plastic litters, and bacterial contaminants. And these toxic materials cause water pollution. Different industrial effluent that is drained into the river without treatment is the major cause of water pollution. Hazardous material discharged from the industries is responsible for surface water and groundwater contamination. Contaminant depends upon the nature of industries. Toxic metals enter into the water and reduce the quality of water. 25% pollution is caused by the industries and it is more harmful. So girls and guys, here's another thing, like increasing population is creating many issues, but it also plays negative role in polluting the water. Increasing population leads to increase in solid waste generation. Solid and liquid waste is discharged into the rivers. Water is also contaminated by human excreta. In contaminated water, a large number of bacteria are found, which is harmful for human health. And government is incapable to supply essential needs to citizens because of increasing number of population. Sanitation facilities are more in urban areas than in rural areas. Polythene bag and plastic waste is a major source of pollution. Water is thrown away from putting it into plastic bags. It is estimated that 3/4 people of urban areas defecate in open. 77% of people are using flush latrines and 8% are using pit latrines. Urbanization can cause many infectious diseases. Overcrowding, unhygienic conditions, unsafe drinking water are major health issues in urban areas. Pesticides are used to kill bacteria, pests, and different germs. Chemical containing pesticides are directly polluting the water and affect the quality of water. If pesticides are excess in amount or poorly managed, then it would be hazardous for agriculture ecosystem. Only 60% fertilizers are used in the soil. Other chemicals leached into soils polluting the water. So there are many effects of water pollution on human health, and there is a greater association between pollution and health problem. Disease causing microorganisms are known as pathogens, and these pathogens are spreading disease directly among humans. Some pathogens are worldwide, some are found in well-defined area. Many waterborne diseases are spreading man to man. Heavy rainfall and floods are related to extreme weather and creating different diseases for developed and developing countries. 10% of the pollution depends on food and vegetables that are grown in contaminated water. Many waterborne infectious diseases are linked with fecal pollution of water sources and results in a lots of infection and diseases, and very risky for human health. And human risk associated with polluted water includes different diseases such as respiratory disease, cancer, diarrheal disease, neurological disorder, and cardiovascular disease. Poor people are at greater risk of diseases due to improper sanitation, hygiene, and water supply. Contaminated water has large negative effects in those women who are exposed to chemicals, during their birth time. It leads to the increased rate of low birth weight. As a result, fetal health is affected. Poor quality water destroys the crop production and infects our food, which is hazardous for aquatic life and human life. Pollutants disturb the food chain, and heavy metals, especially iron, affects the respiratory system of fish. An iron clog into fish gills, and it is lethal to fish. When these fish are eaten by human, leads to the major health issue. And metal contaminated water leads to hair loss, liver problems, renal failure, and neural disorders. And water pollution also becomes the cause of many bacterial diseases, viral diseases, parasitic diseases, etc. So here I told you about water pollution, the sources of water pollution, and the causes of water pollution to human health and our environment. So girls and guys, here are some recommendations. Water pollution is a global issue, as everybody knows, and world community is facing worst results of polluted water. Major sources of water pollution are discharge of domestic and agriculture waste, population growth, excessive use of pesticides and fertilizers, and urbanization, as I told you before. Bacterial, viral, and parasitic diseases are spreading through polluted water and affecting human health. It is recommended that there should be proper waste disposal system, and waste should be treated before entering into the river. And educational and awareness programs should be organized to control the pollution. So now I'm going to send you some links in order to witness the water pollution all over the world. We can play our roles as good citizens, not to pollute the water, because we drink water every day and we cannot survive without drinking water. And we should make precautionary measures in order to keep our environment safe. So girls and guys, here is all for today's lecture. Today we just talked about water pollution, and I want you all to just make an assignment on. I'm gonna give you a question. Write a note on effects of water pollution on human health and environment. And take great care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.